Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see in the future. Click that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications. That way you lovely people get notified every single time I upload a video. In today's video, we're going to go into Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. We are on chapter 31, and if you know, you know, things are getting real interesting, and let's find out what's going on with Pip because, mentally, maybe she's not doing so good with this one because, you know, it's so close to home, I guess. But let's find out. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Suspended? Pip sank into the stool in the kitchen, avoiding her dad's eyes. Yes, her mom was standing on the other side of the room, Pip in the middle, talking around her, over her head. For 3 days. What about Columbia, Pippa? Who was the other student? Dad asked, voice softening where her mom's had grown harder, sharper. Anthony Lowe. Pip glanced up, catching the face of her dad, pulled bottom lip rolled up over the top, eyes crinkling like he wasn't surprised. What's that look for? Her mom said. Nothing. Her dad rearranged his face, untucking his lip. Just never really liked the kid that much. How is this helpful right now, Victor? Her mom snapped. Sorry, it's not, he said, exchanging a look with Pip. It was quick, but it was enough, and she felt a little less alone out in the middle of the room. Why did you do it, Pip? I don't know. You don't know? Her mom said. You shoved him against a locker with your arm on his throat. How do you not know what happens? You're lucky that Cara, Zach, and Connor were there and defended you to Miss Morgan, told her aunt provoked you. Otherwise, you would have been expelled. How did he provoke you, Pickle? Her dad asked. Called me a liar, she said. The internet thinks I'm a liar. A jury of 12 peers thinks I'm a liar. My own friends think I'm a liar. So I guess I'm a liar now. And Max Hastings is the good guy? I'm sorry about the verdict, her dad said. That must be really hard for you. Harder for the people he drugged and raped, she said. Yes, and it's unfair and awful, her mom said with a frown. But that's not an excuse for your violent behavior. I'm not making an excuse. I'm not asking for forgiveness, Pip said flatly. It happened and I don't feel guilty. He deserved it. What are you saying? Her mom said. This isn't like you. What if it is? Pip rose from the stool. What if this is exactly like me? Pip, don't shout at your mother, her dad said, crossing over to her mom's side, abandoning her in the middle. Shouting? Really? Pip said. Really shouting now? That's what we're focusing on? A serial rapist walked free today. Jamie has been missing 6 whole days and might be dead. Oh, but the real problem is that I'm shouting. Calm down, he said. Calm down, please, he said. I can't calm down anymore. Why should I? Her phone was face down on the floor. She hadn't looked at it for an hour, sitting here underneath her desk, her fingers hooked around her toes. Her head was pressed against the cool wood of the desk leg, eyes hiding from the light. She hadn't gone down for dinner. She wasn't hungry, even though her dad came up and said that they didn't have to talk about it, not in front of Josh, but she didn't want to sit there at the table in a fake truce mid-argument, an argument that couldn't end because she wasn't sorry. She knew that, and that's why her mom wanted from her. She heard a knock at the front door, a knock she knew, long, short, long. The door opened and closed, and the footsteps she knew too, the scuff of Robbie's sneakers on the wood floor before he took them off and lined them up neatly by the doormat. And the next thing she heard was her mom's voice passing by the stairs. She's in her room. See if you can talk any sense into her. Robbie couldn't find her as he stepped into the room, not until she said quietly, I'm down here. He bent down, knees clicking, as his face came into view. Why aren't you answering your phone? He said. Pip looked at her face-down phone out of arm's reach. Are you okay? He said. And she wanted more than anything to say no, to slide out from underneath the desk and fall into him, to stay there in his gaze, wrap herself up in it, and never set foot outside again, to let him tell her it was all going to be okay, even though neither of them knew it would be. She wanted just to be the Pip she was with Robbie for a while, but that Pip wasn't here right now. And maybe she really was gone. No, she said. Your parents are worried about you. Don't need their worry, she sniffed. I'm worried about you, Robbie said. She put her head against the desk leg. Don't need yours either. Can you come out and talk to me? He said gently. Please? Did he smile? She asked. Did he smile when they said not guilty? I couldn't see his face. Robbie offered his hand to help Pip out from underneath the desk. She couldn't take it, crawling out on her own and standing up. I bet he smiled. She ran her finger along the sharp edge of the desk, pressing it until it hurt her. Why does it matter? It matters, she said. I'm sorry, Robbie said. Robbie tried to hold her eyes, but her gaze kept slipping away. If there was anything I could do to change it, I would. Anything. But there's nothing we can do now, and you're getting suspended because you're so angry about Max? He's not worth any of that. So he just wins. No, Ravi abandoned his sentence, stepping over to her, his arms out to pull her in and wrap her up. And maybe it was because Max's angled face flashed into her head, or maybe she didn't want Ravi to get too close to her after the scream still thrumming inside her, but she pulled away from him. What? His arms fell back to his sides, his eyes darkening, deepening. What are you doing? I don't know. So what is it? You just want to hate the whole world right now, including me? Maybe, she said. Pip. Well, what's the point? Her voice sagged against her dried-out throat. What's the point in everything we did last year? I thought I was doing it for the truth, but guess what? The truth doesn't matter. It doesn't. Max Hastings is innocent, and I'm a liar, and Jamie Reynolds isn't missing. That's the truth now. Her eyes filled. What if I can't save him? What if I'm not good enough to save him? I'm not good enough. Robbie, We will find him, Robbie said. I need to. And you think I don't, he said. I might not know him like you do, and I can't explain it, but I need Jamie to be okay. He knew my brother was friends with him and Andy at school. It's like it's happening all over again 6 years later, and this time I actually have a chance, a small chance to help save Connor's brother, where I had no hope of saving my own. I know Jamie isn't sound, but it feels like some kind of second chance for me. You aren't on your own here, so stop pushing people away. Stop pushing me away. Pip's hands gripped the desk, bones pushing through her skin. He needed to get away from her in case she couldn't control it again, the scream. I just want to be alone. Fine, Robbie said, scratching the phantom itch at the back of his head. I'll go. I know you're only lashing out because you're angry. I'm angry too. And you don't mean it. You know you don't mean it. He sighed. Let me know when you remember who I am, who you are. Robbie moved over to the door, his hand stalling in the air before it, head slightly cocked. I love you, he said angrily. Not looking at her, he slammed the handle down and walked out the door, juddering behind him. And that is the end of chapter 31. I will see you guys in the next video for chapter 32. Bye!